Ships ahoy! We're off to find love and
Land ho.
sail away.
Land
Land ho!
ho.
Time to find love and sail away to paradise with Austin Ott. Welcome back to the BachMakers. I'm your boy Michael, and that is Wyatt. And today we got some wild card spots to fill out for the final members of the cast to win Austin's heart.
You crushed that. You crushed that intro.
You
forgot
Thank you.
presented by Good Time Media, but
I don't even think I said BachMakers.
you did. You said BachMakers. Yeah.
I'm kind of just confused right now because look, my sweatshirt's like blending with my wall, and I'm like, do I have a green screen right now?
Yeah,
it kind of feels like a floating head.
Floating head energy for sure. But yeah, we are here on the second episode of our Austin Ott dating experience. We have about 20 wild card submissions to go through, which we will pick 2 out of to join our main cast. Mike, our 28 other ladies that are part of our cast has been announced. Any thoughts on that now that you see them in their like full glory that we've posted it and put it out into the world?
Yeah, my thoughts are it is going to be awfully hard to eliminate anybody because they are all so awesome. And just looking, I haven't really dove into these submissions at all, but I did see just the pure number of them. I was like shocked and like kind of like it was I had a very emotional weekend. My sister got married this past weekend, and this whole weekend was very emotional. And not gonna lie, that got me emotional. I was like, wow, this is like crazy. Like it's,
Yeah,
it's really deep. Man.
I've kind of had a crisis this week, and I'm gonna be so honest with our listeners because we pride ourselves with the BachMakers podcast, and kind of the goal of the show is to not take anything too seriously when we react to The Bachelor, Bachelorette, Love is Blind, all that stuff to lighten the mood a little bit. But now we have all of these wonderful, beautiful ladies taking this seriously, where it's like, oh, we have to take this more seriously because now we hold their hearts in our hand. So we got to lock in. And I've been so locked in. It's messed with me mentally, emotionally, physically. It's a lot.
I'm locked. I'm locked. I'm taking this fully seriously. And I think I'm the one that coined the term BachMakers play matchmakers.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was the one that coined it, came up with it. And I'm all here for it. And I'm ready to play my role, do my due diligence, and get Austin Ott a wife.
See, that's our job. At the end of the day, we have to keep that in mind. As much as we don't want to hurt feelings and we want to handle these hearts with care, at the end of the day, we got to find Austin a wife. And that is the goal here. So we have to keep that North Star in mind. I have my notepad. I will be taking notes. I'm ready.
Yeah, we got to find Mama Ott a daughter-in-law.
That might be more important.
Related Mother's Day.
All right, so what's going to happen the rest of this episode? We're going to play the submissions we got. I believe I got all of them. So some were in DMs, some were posted on TikTok, some were stories. They were all scattered. I didn't do a great job of like consolidating them into one place. So some of these, Michael, you haven't even seen because they were just brought to us in the DMs.
Yeah.
BachMakers.
I didn't see any of the stories for sure.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
So we have about 20, and we will pick 2 to join our cast. If you don't get picked, we love you. We love you so much, so dearly. And thank you.
If you don't get picked, be mad at Jeremy.
Yeah. It's all okay. Yeah. Let's on the record. Jeremy is behind the scenes of all this, actually making all the decisions. So if you're like super pissed, go ahead and like Twitter fingers, hop in the DMs, yell at Jeremy. So when he gets back from paradise, he'll just have a lot of girls mad at him for some reason. They'll be so confused. So please do that. If you're upset and you're mad that we didn't pick you, it's Jeremy's fault. So as long as you remember that, we should be good to go. Mike, you ready to hop into some wild card submissions here?
Yeah, let's get watching.
We don't.
I should have brought popcorn, but I did just see it. So
we don't want to like score these, right? We just want to watch them, give a few notes, and then we'll pick 2 at the end.
Speaking of notes, I need to get pen and pad.
Yeah, get pen and pad. Get some pen and pad.
Pen and pad. Is that a phrase? Did I just make that up?
It sounded great. As soon as you said it, I wanted to say it. Pen and pad. Yeah, I like that.
Let me get pen and padding.
Yeah.
Let
me put pen to pad and just focus in now.
Okay, that's a phrase.
Yeah.
But like
I don't think that
pen
is.
and pad.
Pen to pad?
Pen to pad is a phrase. Pen and pad. That's new.
I think we
That's
coined it.
innovative.
But anyways, we'll play the video, watch it in its entirety. We will not interrupt. We give them the floor, and then we'll give some notes, and then we'll move on to the next one, and we'll make our decision at the very, very end. All right, here we go. First up, we have Joy, 27 from Florida. Here we go.
So, Jay.
Hi there, my name is Joy Mayfield. I'm 27 years old, originally from Jacksonville, Florida, but currently living in St. Petersburg, Florida. And I think you guys should pick me to be Austin's wildcard because I think that we have very similar moral values and beliefs. Our faith is very important to us, and my family is very important to me as well. And some of the things that I like to do in my spare time is basically anything outside. I like to kayak and canoe and paddleboard and go ziplining and take long walks on the beach and basically anything to get my adrenaline going. And I think Austin would like to do the same thing. And if I'm so lucky enough to get to be his wild card and meet him, I think that we would be a really good pair. So if given the opportunity, I would be very, very grateful, and I hope you guys give me a chance.
All right, thoughts there, Michael. Thoughts on Joy's submission here?
I mean, solid. It was, I think, very good start to the submissions today. Nothing like, I don't want to be like nothing too creative, but she did her job where she introduced herself to us and she said all of her big passions, big beliefs, and the stats, because we need the stats, we need the age, everything like that. That's good, because if she didn't include that, I might have just thrown it out of contention, to be honest. But yeah, great eye contact with the camera. Kind of, I don't know if you noticed that.
So speaking of that,
and great teeth. Can we
great teeth? Great teeth. Let's clap.
That's
for the teeth.
Add to the genetics to the potential children in the future. That's something.
That's a good point. She did refer to. Whoa.
Oh my God, she disappeared.
Can you hear?
And
me?
She can disappear. I can hear you.
One thing, she did refer to her and Austin as us, so she's getting like, I don't know if that's presumptuous or just like confidence. Yeah. She likes anything outside. One thing I wanted to point out. Do you think she was reading a script there? You talked about the eye contact. There were a few glances down.
You know what? If she did, I'm not deducting points for that.
I was gonna say, what are your thoughts on scripts? Because you want them to be prepared, but maybe you want a little bit of fluidity. I don't know.
I think it was fine. I didn't off the rip just be like script.
That was the third word I wrote. I wrote script. Third,
not the first or the second.
It's true.
But no, all in all, good, solid start. I feel like I can't do too much, just like, because there's nothing to compare.
Yeah, we don't have any comparison. So next up, we have Alexis.
Hi everyone, my name is Alexis. I'm 25 years old and I live in Arizona. I have good morals, I love God, and I'm a family girl. I love going to baseball games, coffee shops, concerts, and I'm really into health and wellness. I'd love to get to know Austin, but I don't chase, I attract. And if you rose to the occasion, I'd accept. Thanks, bye.
All right. Confident there.
Yeah. I don't know if she was using that specifically as a pun, but if you rose to the occasion, I don't know if she didn't like inflict it like it was a pun. She didn't like emphasize the rose. Are you hearing that static?
Yeah.
The rose pun. I don't know if she meant it like that, but I thought that was good. I don't chase, I attract. I mean, we love the confidence. Love the confidence. But this is a dating show.
It's a good point.
And he will only be chasing 4 people. And I'm not doing any chasing. That's for sure. Because it's not for us.
Yeah.
So like that seems like a lot more work on our part. But everything else she said was very, I think, similar to Joy. A lot of outdoor activities, good morals, family. They're both not in San Diego, so I mean that's kind of equivalent. But health and wellness, we got baseball, coffee. That's what I wrote down.
I have a qualm I want to bring up. I think it applies to Joy as well. Isn't saying I have good morals like subjective in the sense where you need almost someone else to confirm that? Because I don't think anyone would say I have bad morals, right?
Well, yeah, it's kind of like having good morals. I think a good moral to have is humility. And so saying yourself that you have good morals is also kind of immoral. Is that how it works? Does that
I wasn't going to go
play?
that far. Wasn't going to go that far, but I'm just
Okay,
saying
not like.
yeah,
But like you got to kind of explain your morals by instead of just saying good morals, you could be like, I'm also a Christian or something like
yeah,
that.
like
'Cause
what
you know
are
he's
your
Christian.
morals? What
Yeah.
are the morals that you claim to be good? Because some people's good morals might be bad morals.
Yeah.
So again,
That's-
I'm not going to knock Alexis for that. I understand what she's saying.
Oh yeah.
Just
Yeah,
something I think that might come up a few times today that we should keep an eye out for.
Yeah, and you could do great. You could say great morals, fantastic morals.
Yeah, I have like the best morals. I have the
I've
number
got
one.
the best morals you've ever.
No one has better morals than me.
I walked in. They said you've got good morals.
I said, wow, that's a lot of morals. All right, next up, we have.
He maybe doesn't.
Yeah, it's weird to go straight to that impression. Next
That
up,
was ironic.
we have Vanessa here. I would argue probably the shortest submission we have, but something a little different than the other two we have. Here we go. You need me to play it again for you?
I actually I think did I miss it or did she
No,
never
that's
show
it.
the shot going in?
She didn't show it going in. Here we go. One more
I
time.
love it. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I love it. That's so funny.
Kind of hilarious.
That's so funny. Because if she showed the shot going in, I would have hated it and been like, that was so boring. That was awful. But the fact that she didn't show the shot going in, creativity there, no background, gonna deduct some points for it.
And if you look, I'm pretty sure you can see the shot is about to land very, very short of the hole.
Okay,
so bag's there. You see the bag?
Yeah, let me get my protractor.
Yep. Do the math. And then look where the bag is. The bag is right above the O in spots right now.
Oh, that doesn't have a chance.
It's not even close.
That doesn't have a chance. Unless the depth perception is completely off and maybe the angle of the phone is not what we're thinking it is. But that's off by... That's not even hitting the... That's not even hitting the board.
It's not even close. It's going to land in the... That's grass. That's all grass. So I don't know if that helps or hurts.
That hurts. I think that hurts. Because... No, but the whole idea was great though. So
that's Vanessa for it. Well, you don't get to know anything about her, but I kind of like the mystery a little bit. So I'm giving a little points for creativity because we didn't give any guidelines. We didn't say, hey, you have to tell us your name, this, and this. I said, submit why you should be included. And she thinks her comedy.
She doesn't know the rubric. None of them knew the rubric.
Yeah.
As putting on my English teacher hat.
We have
Haley.
So this one gets confusing. This is a callback. You're going to have to remember these faces, Michael. I'm telling you that right now. But here we go.
What?
All right, TikTok, time to do your thing. BachMakers, meet your favorite new contestant, Meline. She is 28 from Jacksonville, Florida, and she is my very best friend since high school, pictured here. She loves the beach, loves her dogs, Weenie and Nugget. She drinks a few beers. She loves to fish, great eyes, the life of the party, most kind-hearted, loving person you will ever meet. So it's time for her to have a love. So Austin, I think she could be a match. She's fit, she's fun, and she's fantastic. She's got a big heart and she is my best friend, so choose her.
All right, so there's Madeline. This Haley made this video
For Madeline.
for Madeline. So
Okay.
I appreciate the friendship there.
She got a vouch for her. She got
Yeah.
someone to vouch. That's
Yeah.
good. I think
So
that's added points.
if she said, "Hey, this is my friend Madeline. She has good morals," that's a plus because someone else is speaking on her behalf. So I like that. Madeline also drinks a few beers.
Beer girl, that's a dub.
It's a dub. That's a dub, I would say.
Dub. I also wrote down fish, loving, fitness.
There we go. Few beers, fish, loving, fitness. There's Madeline.
But I like the added touch of the friend doing it. I think that helps. Unless like they're all about to be that way, and they're all of them are just going to be friends.
That's not the case, but just remember this one, Michael. That's all I'm going to say.
This one? Oh,
remember
this
this
one
one. Remember this one.
Okay.
All right. Next up, we have. Let's get a little lesson from Jessica here.
I have been hearing a lot about the let them theory, which is like, if somebody doesn't want to be your friend, let them. If your boyfriend wants to date somebody else, let him. If your husband doesn't want to be with you anymore, or your wife, let them go. If your cousin wants to block you on social media and you have no idea why, let her. If Austin Ott wants to date from a pool of 30 girls that somebody else chose for him because they think that they're his type, let him, because you can't control what other people do. So just let them. They don't want to be in your life, let them go. And I'll be the first to say that I never let things go, but I want to. I want to be one of those people that just lets things go, because you can't control other people. You can only control yourself. So just let go and let God, because that's really all you can do. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Saturday.
There's Jessica. Thoughts, Michael?
I feel like I just got pulled in like 20 different directions in the same video. Like it was just like and she said let someone. And I was like, what are we letting? What are we not letting? Because some of them were not letting, and some were letting them.
No, I think you just gotta let them. Always.
So it's like the Jim. It's like the Jim. It's the Jim Carrey movie. It's the Jim Carrey movie, Yes Man, but with no, I do know the let them theory. It's Mel Gibson or Mel Robbins is the podcast person. She's very famous now and has selling out arenas. Definitely creativity, I think. So at the start, she was like saying different things that I'm guessing happened to her in her life.
Yeah, what's up with her and her cousin?
Yeah, the cousin. I think the cousin got mentioned twice. They have some beef.
Let's
clearly,
replay that. Let's replay the beginning of the video.
If somebody doesn't want to be your friend,
if someone doesn't want to be your friend,
if your boyfriend wants to date somebody else, let him.
Okay.
If your husband doesn't want to be with you anymore, or your wife,
I don't think she's had a husband and a wife.
If your cousin wants to block you on social media and you have no idea why, let her. If
that one felt real.
Austin Ott wants to date from a pool of 30 girls that somebody else chose for him because they think that they're his type.
I don't know if that one's a shot at Austin or a shot at us.
Yeah, I think it was more of a shot at us. I was more of a shot at us.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm guessing. I have a hunch. I'm guessing Jessica applied for the first round and we didn't pass her through to the top 28. And so she's a little mad, warranted. Jessica, your feelings are valid, and Michael apologizes if that's the case.
And Jeremy Simon apologizes.
And it's Jeremy's fault. It was Jeremy's final decision, but that's my theory with Jessica here. I do like there's a little like I say this positively, like a little bit of attitude. Be like, hey, just let them. Like I like the energy I'm getting from Jessica is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, like she's definitely in her own lane and she's sticking by her guns, which that's a good vibe.
Yeah, she's confident and doesn't have to say I'm confident.
But she's not saying I have good. No, okay, not the moral thing, but she doesn't have to say I'm confident. She's showing us she's confident.
Show us, don't tell. I do like that.
Yeah, I like that. And it was creative, and you probably like the fact that it was just from her car because you love to go out to your car to do TikToks.
Occasionally, so. I've known. Well, sometimes you have roommates and you don't want to bother them, so you go to the car and film there. So it's a true story. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Let them Let
Let
them.
them. Yeah, let me
Let
go to my car and
Let
figure out
him.
if I need to. All right,
Let
next
him.
up.
I do want to know the backstory with her cousin, though. I think if that was touched on, I would give it even more points.
Yeah, I would like an update. So, Jessica, if you can like let us know. Hopefully, your cousin and you are hashing it out. We don't want to see any family fights, family feuds. No Steve Harvey's up in here. All right, next up we have our friend Kasha here. Kausha says, "Help me find Austin Ott,
Ames.
not Ames. We can have our
Who's
own
Austin
Cinderella
Ames?
story." Cinderella story reference, I believe,
Is that a
based
movie?
off the context. Yeah. Do. Copyright music is dumb. Do. All right. Few things I would like to point out from this video. A, this is a Cinderella story reference. I haven't seen the Cinderella story in a decade, so I don't get it, but I'm sure it's very accurate and
Yeah.
makes sense.
I would
Also,
need to phone in a friend.
Yeah.
Like Lizzie or Charlotte.
Dedication wise, standing out in the pouring rain, that's 10 out of 10 dedication. I have to tip the cap there. It's pouring rain.
Is that not edited? I thought it
was edited too. It looked fake, but I'm fairly certain this is real rain.
She looks like she's like dry. Like her hair looks dry.
See, but it's bouncing off the bleachers. There's no way they could edit that. That's not a filter, right?
Dude,
that changes everything.
That does change everything.
Edit,
if it's edited, I'm willing to burn it to the grave.
But if it's real rain,
but if it's real, like respect, and also shout out your camera person who's going out there with you to do it. That means you got friends that are fighting for your back. Have your
loyal
back.
friends, and having loyal friends is a good sign of your own loyalty.
That's true.
Okay, we have a big asterisk by this one though. If that's real rain or not, we may have to confirm the rain before we make a final decision. We'll keep an eye on that. But I appreciate the creativity again. Again, we don't learn much about her. But I feel like we do also. We get to know her vibe. And she's willing to go the extra mile, potentially stand out in the rain, to have this idea and then execute it. Props to her. Props to Kasha here. So this is Corey from Michigan, by the way. Here we go.
I'm already under the altar, so I thought, what a better time to tell Austin why he should date me. I'm the perfect girl. Those are our kids. Those are our kids. We already have children. I always say that I'm half city, half country. I own my own business, and I have 2 Pomeranians, which I love so much. I love hiking, I love the outdoors, and we have very similar values because I'm a Christian woman. I know I'm far from California, all the way in Michigan, but I am willing to travel for love, and if I'm recording this at a wedding, you already know that I'm serious about you. And out of all the fish in the sea, I want you.
All right. Well,
that was good.
I want to pass it to you because you were just at a wedding this weekend as well. What do you think about her dedication of filming this at a wedding? Probably a couple cocktails deep, having a good time.
Yeah, I think couple's probably a easy word for it. I mean, you had been pretty drunk to be like, you know what? Now I want to film my BachMaker.
This is the
Wildcard spot Austin Ott dating video. But again, shout out your friend for doing this with you and recording for you. And it sounded like this took at least a couple songs because the song switched. I noticed that. So she put some time into this. I like she hit on a lot of different things there. Like we learned a lot about her in that amount of time. And I like how we like walked with her. Yeah. You know, it was more of a story, like it was more like more of a mini movie kind of thing. It was
chaotic energy too, because it was like humor, and then also we learned about her. It's interactive. She's pointing out kids. So kids at the wedding, which is really funny. She was
fish in the sea joke.
Yeah.
Outdoors. She said we have similar values. So she didn't say I have good morals. She said we have similar values. I'm a Christian woman. So that's very. I like how it said that way compared to just I have good values or I have good morals. It's she explained a little bit more, which gives a little bit more insight. So that's good. That was good. The wedding, that's crazy. That's
She's
crazy doing that.
checking a lot of boxes for me, I would say.
I'd love to know whose wedding it was she was at. Like, was she like a bridesmaid in this wedding and she was like, I need to do this video? Or is it like she was a +1 or something? Because if she was in the wedding and she's doing this, that is dedication. That is dedication.
Yeah. I don't know. Is that a bridesmaid dress? I don't know what bridesmaid's dress is typically. Like, what's a telltale sign? Looks great. Love the dress.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if there's a sign of like.
There's not. You can do any kind of dresses. I think for bridesmaids, it is not a rule.
What if she's getting married?
She's not wearing white.
Maybe she's progressive. It's changing.
Why would that'd be a terrible start to her marriage? If at her reception she did a dating video, she would not be here for the right reasons.
Or she's here for like the weirdest of reasons.
Yeah, and
she realized at the altar, she was like, you know what? I gotta shoot my shot one last time just in case. Gotta get this out. Respect, Corey. Respect. Here we go. This is
passing the phone to someone who was in Tucker Wetmore's 1% of Spotify listeners last month.
I'm passing the phone to somebody who can clear a dance floor.
I'm passing the phone to someone who thinks that the Chargers are going to win the Super Bowl this year.
I'm passing the phone to someone who books flights before requesting their PTO.
Oh, sorry, I was booking my next trip.
I'm passing the phone to somebody who, if you are lucky enough to get her heart, will love you like no other. And I know that because I'm her mother.
Happy Mother's Day, Mama
Ott. That's good. That's good. That you can't bring Mama Ott into this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Unfair.
That's brownie points. That is like 10x brownie points for show.
It's good. So I think this is Chloe. That's the username.
I like how she had her family like again vouch for her because we already had the one that did the friend vouch for her. Now we got looks like brother, sister, mother. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
maybe it's boyfriend,
sister, boyfriend.
Oh, with the arm around.
Siblings are dating.
Oh, dude. Oh my. See, the thing is though, they all look very similar. They have all similar eyes.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll bet that's her brother, and then that's brother's longtime girlfriend that knows her really well.
No, disagree. I think it's sister, and then that's sister's boyfriend.
Just because the brunette hair.
Yeah. I feel like little sister, big sister energy.
I don't know.
Man, this is
we'll
tough.
Never know.
We just have so many questions. We'll never know.
Please let
us know. I like
how many more do we have?
A lot.
We only picked 2?
We got to pick 2. So hopefully we remember these. Let's take some good notes.
I'm putting stars next to ones I like.
Yeah, so we can revisit some.
I have so many stars.
So many stars. You're all beautiful angels. I like the creativity of doing a TikTok trend. I think we got to know more about you, but you also made it entertaining. So that was good.
Yeah, and you had the family vouch.
Yep. All right. Here's Taylor. This one's Taylor. Write it down.
TDog4448. That's bonus points. TDog is username.
All right, here we go. More copyright music. So I'm gonna do a little voiceover here. That's Taylor.
Probably can't play this out loud because
doing a little dance. There's another video. She's telling us a lot about herself. There's Corn, Midwest gal. We love that. I don't really remember what's coming up next. Beach. There's Beach. Spinning Beach. More Beach photo. She liked country music festivals. More Beach. We love Beach. It's actually very awesome. She does skydiving here. I'm not doing her justice by this voiceover, and I apologize, but here we go. What's next? More wind in the hair, in the back of a truck.
All right, there's Taylor.
There's the video.
Wow,
Midwest gal.
I like the idea of voiceover, but also showing video clips of stuff that maybe not necessarily relates to the voiceover, but still is about like her experiences or like she did skydiving, but she didn't talk about the skydiving, but she showed clips of her skydiving. She showed clips of her what is this in a truck? What
Yeah,
What
looks
is-
like it.
what
Looks
just
like the
happened?
back of a big truck.
So I like that part.
Yeah.
Corn, wrote that down.
Yeah, I wrote down corn. That was my note. I wrote down corn.
Wrote that Iowa and corn.
Yep.
But she goes to California a lot or something like that. 26, country Jesus. Country Jesus.
Country Jesus.
Country Jesus.
So at what point do we really take into account location? I don't know if it's this stage yet. I don't know. I'm asking the question.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not really considering it for this specific 2 wildcard spots. I don't think location matters for me personally, just because if it's maybe between 2 people at the very, very end of our selection, then I'm like, sure, you tip the cap to the person that's more feasible, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Better would make more sense. But for this initial like go around, I'm not.
Yeah,
factor.
this whole show is going to be virtual, so I guess it really doesn't matter at any point. But in terms of longevity for Austin, we should definitely include it. But that is Taylor. We love a Midwest gal. We appreciate it.
The Mavs just won the lottery.
The Mavs did?
Dude, the Mavs just won. That's so rigged.
That's so rigged.
Oh wait, no, they entered the top 3, and then they're doing the top 3. But they got the top 3. Dude, I just won $70 on that because I was like, dude, this is so rigged. I'm gonna put $5 on the Mavs to get top 3.
I want to wait till see the.
Wait, no, they won. Oh my god, they won the lottery.
No way.
Oh my god, how much did I just win?
That's wild.
That's so rigged. That's GG's for the league.
Wow. So I'm leaving that in sports podcast. Let's go. All
okay,
right.
we can get back to it. That's actually so insane.
That's crazy. Cooper Flag to Dallas. That's actually
and
kind of
Spurs got second. Spurs got second. Sixers got third.
What?
That's just big market.
Yeah.
Hornets got screwed 4th. Jazz 5th.
Utah got screwed. Yeah.
6th.
That's crazy. This league, man. This league. All right. Next up, we have what I would argue, and I think you would probably agree, is the most creative one we had of our submissions. Here we go. Miss Haley Payne.
BachMakers, Austin, and Mama Ott. Oh, my name is Haley. That did not go as planned. And I'm 25. I'm from Kentucky originally. I live in Nashville, chasing my dream as a full-time singer-songwriter. So I thought, what better way for y'all to get to know me than for me to sing Austin a little song that I wrote. Austin, you've got some eyes that I could get lost in. You love Jesus, so do I. I'm 25, you're 25, and I love to get to know your heart. That's why you should pick me as your wild card. Thank y'all.
Damn.
We might need to get that again because I was listening to like the music and not like the actual words. I feel like I need to listen to like the words.
Okay, let's listen to the words. Shout out to Haley for writing the song. One
Sick.
small criticism. We're going to praise her a lot because it's a great song. She has a fantastic voice. I hope she doesn't think Austin's picking these wild cards. Would have been nice if she plugged our names in there, but that's okay. It's a little nitpicky.
I'm not deducting that.
I'm not deducting either. I'm just saying
because this is the Austin Ott Dating Show, not the Wyatt Michael Dating Show.
Yeah, but like, it's got to be about us a little bit, just a little bit.
She has it tagged, bro. It's literally tagged. There's the first tag.
You're right. I'm being selfish. Here we go.
What better way for y'all to get to know me than for me to sing Austin a little song that I wrote? Austin, you've got some eyes that I get lost.
Austin,
you love Jesus, so
do I.
25, you're 25.
You're 25.
And I love to get to know your heart.
Can we make a TikTok dance to this?
That's why you should pick me as your
Pick me as your wild card.
Thank y'all.
Damn. That is so catchy. That might be catchier than I know I need you.
Yeah. Wow. Can we make that? Okay. Whether or not we advance Haley to the next round, I think we got to ask for permission to use that as our like intro for the rest of these episodes. Like that is now. I want to make a full intro
Yeah.
using that song.
Yeah, 100%.
It's incredible.
Why not?
And she took the
That
time to
was
write this song for us. This is the moment where I realized, oh shoot, this is real. Like this is a real thing. Like we got to take very seriously because she spent a lot of time doing that.
to be fair, if she is a singer songwriter in Nashville, that could be light work for her. Not gonna lie. I still respect it and it's still really good. I'm just saying she could just be so good at what she does. That like
more props if she just
that this is
knocks
just
that
like,
out.
oh, all I gotta do is that. I'll just write a song. That's casual. That's light work.
That's
which is crazy. I also liked her signage in the background. Bless your heart. Nice little sign. Maybe that is indicative of her having a good heart.
Yeah. No, I like it. I think the song was fantastic. I'm glad we got to experience that. I love the creativity, how creative some of these people got with it.
Sorry, as you can tell, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at TikTok. I'm not good at this kind of stuff. I talk to people. I don't talk to my phone. This is for the BachMakers because I'm disappointed in you and me because I did your application for the date with Austin and I was short because I didn't think it was real. I didn't take it seriously. That's my fault.
Fair.
It's also yours for not considering me, but okay, so can we actually just get a redo? Let's start this process over.
Do it.
All right, fine.
Wait.
You want to get a hold?
Yeah.
All right, we agree. Redo.
Yeah, I'm
All
good.
right,
I mean, little shot, but she made me feel bad, so I was like, you know what, fine. All right,
clean slate.
Wait, was this the person that we went over and she was like, she didn't take it, or did we go over this one on the?
I don't think so. I don't remember a Kelly in that last
episode. I'll quickly look to the Canva.
Okay. Well, she asked for a redo, and then here's the rest.
Okay, fine.
Hold me.
Please
slide my DMs. Thanks. Bye.
That was it.
Wait, what was the rest? What'd she say?
That was the rest of the video.
Get a redo. Let's start this process over. You want to get a hold of me? Slide my DMs. Thanks. Bye.
So here's the thing. You can't ask for a redo and then make us do all the work. I'm okay giving the redo because, again, we're going to mess up during this process.
If she was like, can I get a redo? I'm Kelly. I'm from Georgia. And I'm a fan of the Padres. And I like country music and Jesus. Then I've been like, all right, great. But
yeah,
I mean,
it's like getting a fight with like your partner and being like, hey, all right, let's just forget all that. Can we just start over? And they're like, yeah. And then you just leave anyways.
I mean, was she saying like, if you reach me, just hit my DMs? Was that to us or to Austin?
Another good question. You see, instructions unclear.
Or just to her followers in general?
Instructions unclear. So I've offered a clean slate, but
I mean, the slate's clean.
The slate's been clean, but now there's nothing on the slate. So we have nothing to go off of. Yeah. She should have cleaned the slate earlier in this video, in my opinion. I think the order of operations was a little messed up there.
Yeah.
Really appreciate this person because they put an effort towards this video, but they also had I don't think they used TikTok very much. They had a song playing over rather loudly over her talking, and we definitely can't play that song for copyright reasons on this YouTube video. So Michael and I will listen to it and just kind of report back. So her saying at the very end, this may fall on deaf ears.
She's right.
Song is blasting in the background and we can barely hear her. Hilarious. Objectively funny.
And she didn't mean it that way too.
We did.
But it was, my ears are deaf now.
Haley, I do want to say this. That whole video, I kind of felt proud. I felt proud for Haley. I was like,
that was really cool. That was like so many different little clips and videos.
Yeah.
That like would have honestly like that's sick that she like put that all together. Like that's really fucking cool.
And I'm not gonna dock her. I'm gonna do the opposite for her, like not being used to TikTok and knowing how to clip the volumes and stuff like that. That means she's way out of her comfort zone. She's out of her comfort zone, doesn't know how this works, and is doing it anyways. So
I know.
Haley,
Yeah.
I am proud of you for even just submitting this video, putting your hat in the ring and say, let's see what happens. So I like the video. I think it was cool. We got to see a lot of her.
Yeah.
And
Like
a
a
lot
lot
glimpses
of her and of her dogs and of her dogs.
The dogs are great. I love
That's
the dogs.
bonus points.
Big time bonus points.
Macy's. One of the videos was just at a Macy's. I wrote that down. I was like, fan of Macy's. They have great department store.
Mm-hmm. It's good. Where's she from again? Oh,
Texas.
Austin,
Texas. Somewhere. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just got Texas. Lake, outdoor, dogs, Macy's, church, lake, travel, shooter, shoot, gym, deaf ear.
Deaf ear. All right, good for Haley. All right, next we have.
How many more? How many more do we have?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 left.
Dude, and we have to do 2.
We gotta pick 2. So buckle up. This next one's a fun one though. We know her already.
Atlanta, Georgia, but originally from Wisconsin. Yes, Wisconsin, like everybody says. I do love beer, I do love the cheese, and I do love the Packers, so go Pack, go baby. I am a digital media manager for the Georgia Swarm, a National Lacrosse League team. So I moved down here not knowing what lacrosse was and now working with professional athletes. Super cool, doing video, doing media, doing everything. Reason I'm applying, 2 reasons. I really want to start dating again. I am in the off season, so perfect timing. You know, I think Austin would be a really great person to get to know, and I think we get along pretty well. Second reason, my sister told me to reapply because she was in the hospital with leukemia and also had surgery on her shoulder watching the season of The Bachelor, and said she really loved Austin and think he'd be a great fit for me, so hence why I'm applying again. So obviously, big sports girl, as you know, but on the side, I really like to bake and cook. It's one of my secret talents I don't like to tell everybody because then they expect me to make stuff. But I love to bake and cook. I love the outdoors, hiking, fishing, boating, you name it. Love festivals, country music, concerts, you name it again. I really just love that stuff and I love doing that, and I hope I can find someone to do that with. Also, a person to stay in with me and cook and make dinner on top of that. But on the side note, I also really love working out. Like, I love lifting and love running, so if Austin's really into that, I think we get along perfect. So I hope I can shoot my shot with Austin and take him one-on-one, but if not, please consider I have a really cute dog for this application. Okay, bye!
You go first, Michael.
This is unfair, dude. This is unfair. Oh my gosh. I'm already kind of tearing up. Okay. Clean slate. All right, we do give second chances. We mentioned that about 3 people ago.
Mm-hmm.
Clean slate. I'm not judging you because I heard no grammar mistakes in what you were talking. And so slate clean.
Well, here's
grammar forgiven.
Here's the thing about the grammar. Had I known she was a Packers fan, I would have been okay with the grammar mistakes because obviously Packers fans are dumb and don't know how grammar works. So I would have been okay with it if she said, "Hey, I'm a Packers fan. I don't know past tense versus future tense, all that stuff," because typical Packer fan.
Because they only live in the past.
Exactly. That was good, Michael.
Thanks. Thank you. See,
really
I didn't even make fun of. I didn't even make fun of the Vikings there. I like your shirt too.
Oh,
so back to back right there.
Come on, let's go.
Wait, who is that? Oh, was that JJ McCarthy?
Yeah, JJ and JJ. Come on now.
That's
Skull Vikings. I have to say that. So listen, Allison. Like, I'm just a man, so I can't be totally unbiased here. I can't push a Packers fan through, so it's gonna have to be on your shoulders, Michael, if Allison moves through. Like, it's not fair. It's not fair, and I understand I'm putting a lot of pressure on you, but if you want to send her home, you can. But I'm opting out of this conversation.
Why are you gaslighting me right now? Why are you gaslighting me?
I'm kidding. Okay, Allison, like, we can put our differences aside. Vikings are clearly better, so I don't fault you for like rooting for the underdog. It's fine. I liked your video. I like your dog. Very cute dog. I think her and Austin probably mesh well, personality-wise.
Yeah.
One other nitpicky point, just because she's a Packers fan, I'm gonna be nitpicky. She said she likes to cook and like just
Jake,
she
yeah.
likes to cook and she doesn't like to tell people that. She did while telling us that on a very public platform. So
That's okay. That's true, but like, come on.
I'm just
Like,
being mean towards Allison. I feel bad about it. I do.
you
But
should feel bad about it.
no pack, no. And
Okay.
I do want to say I left the video. I had already watched the video in its entirety, so I'm not doing her dirty by not watching the video. I had already seen this video, so that's why I was able to leave and go with the Viking shirt. So Allison,
I've actually already seen this video too. I didn't want to spoil it. I didn't want to fake live react, but this was the one I did see. It actually popped my For You page.
I do love the little side characters we're acquiring during this. Like I'm always gonna remember Grammar Girl. I'm always gonna remember this process.
I did write down Grammar Chick.
Yeah, I wrote down Grammar Girl.
Grammar Girl, that makes more sense.
Alliterative, but thank you, Allison. I appreciate you giving us the opportunity to potentially give you a second chance.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, how many more do we have?
8 more.
I have so many. We have. Oh my gosh, how are we only doing 2? We should have started with this. This should have been the first round instead of the Google.
You wanted to go through 360 videos?
No,
Didn't
actually,
think
never
so.
mind.
Didn't think so. Hey, Mike, remember this one? I told you to remember some faces.
It's quick because I don't know how to work TikTok. This is Haley. This is my blonde bestie from South Georgia. She is ready for love. I don't know why anybody hasn't scooped her up yet. She's perfect. She's a blonde bombshell from South Georgia. She's a skinny mini, loves a cocktail, loves to make a cocktail, and has a little black gremlin named Harley that needs a dad real bad.
That is the friend.
Oh,
they
that
nominated
also
each
got
other.
nominated.
They nominated each other. How
Drama
cute is
tea.
that? What if we pick one of them and not the other? So mean.
Madeline. So Madeline was
Made
the
the
one
video.
that was the first one.
Yes.
That was
few
the
beers.
first
Few beers.
few beers.
Yeah.
What an accent. Can we clap it up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Where did it say Madeline was from? Because that is a
I don't know.
southern
But
accent.
the first
I've
couple
ever heard.
seconds, of this video, my favorite.
Hey, everybody, I got to make this quick because I don't.
Hey, everybody, gonna make it quick. Hey, can I get a 2? Can I get a 2? Get a 3? 3. Do I hear 4? 4.
Hey, everybody, I got to make this quick because
I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying it kind of sounds like an auctioneer, and like in a good way.
She was
I understood what she was saying, even though she was saying it quick.
Mm-hmm. Which is a talent. That's a talent. Props to Madeline there. So, what do we think about the friends
Haley.
nominating each other?
I think it's cute, but I think it should have been one video. I hate to be like this could have been an email, but like a joint video would have been kind of sick because you know there's 2 wildcard spots available, and so if you're like gonna each do a video with each other, do one in the same video and be like, you either have both of us or you have none of us kind of vibe. And then it's like a whoa, like they mean business.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, ladies. If you're listening, and you advance the next round, if you put Michael and I in uncomfortable situations, we'll probably cave and move you on. So that's a situation that would have worked on us. If you said like, "Hey, take both of us or none of us," I would have been like, "I guess we have to take both of them." So,
but maybe this does show that they're competitive and they're like, I'm going to get in and you're not, or you're getting in and you're not,
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, just play a little offense, girls. I appreciate this. So, we have a lot of Haleys because we had Haley sang the song, Haley Payne, and then we had a Haley 2 Haleys or 2 people ago, and then another Haley. So,
and so this video, Madeline's video for Haley, I think it was a lot shorter than Haley's video for Madeline.
Yes,
it felt like, right?
Yeah. Do you think there's beef over that? You think they're fighting over like why didn't you talk about me more?
Yeah. Why didn't you try harder?
Yeah. We could create some real friendship drama if we voted one on and be like, we're advancing her because of the video.
Because you didn't try. But then if they didn't try hard for their friend, are they a good friend?
Oh,
damn! That's
maybe
like
they're both bad friends.
The prisoner dilemma or something. Maybe is that
no for sure.
Punnett Square, is that what it's called?
Pavlov's dogs for sure.
Pavlov's dogs.
Yeah, I think that's it. That's what we're going for.
Is that the mitochondria?
Yeah, it's the powerhouse of the cell. All right. This one is very long, but like it repeats itself a lot. So the way it was recorded, the way this one was recorded, it was on Instagram stories. And I had to screen record it. And I think it like posted multiple times. So just buckle up.
My name is Victoria. I'm 31 years old and I'm currently living in Charlotte, North Carolina. I actually just moved here last July, so coming up on a year, from upstate New York, Rochester specifically. It's about an hour from Canada, but definitely needed a change of scenery, better weather for sure. And honestly, this was probably the most spontaneous thing that I've done. Just up and move, leave my family who I'm super duper close with, to move here. But I did bring my dog, who I will show you. Don't know if you can see him. There he is. That's Luca. He's a mini golden doodle. He's having a very, very lazy day. But don't know if you can see him. There he is. That's Luca. He's a mini golden doodle. He's having a very, very lazy day. But I am a mental health therapist. So I own my own practice, which is awesome because it gives me flexibility.
We don't have a good history with mental health therapists.
Does she know Medina?
Maybe. Oh wait, they're both in.
They're in Charlotte.
Holy.
That's gotta be almost the same age.
What's her name? Victoria.
Victoria.
Let's see if they follow each other.
Because if they do know each other, why didn't Medina hit us up and be like, "Yo, advance my girl Victoria"?
Maybe they have beef, mental health beef.
Maybe Medina had beef with us.
Yeah, Medina doesn't think we're funny, so
That's
maybe
true.
maybe she doesn't want to be friends with Medina. Just maybe they're distancing from each other because they know Medina doesn't think we're funny. So if we find out that she's friends with Medina, we'll be less likely to move her on.
Yeah.
So maybe that's it.
Or
they do not follow each other. Small world. Two mental health therapists in Charlotte.
Yeah, very similar age too. I was like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Flexibility. I can work wherever I want, which is really cool. And then I teach intro to psychology as an adjunct professor to college freshmen, which is so much fun. I love that too. And then on the side, I just have like a fun little bookstore gig that I do, that I work a few hours a week. Thought it would be good for me to like get out there, meet new people, which I'm super, super social. So I love that. I love being around people, love going to breweries and just like outdoor patios, grabbing drinks. I am a mental health therapist. So I own my own bookstore gig that I do, which I'm super, super social. So I love that. I love being around people, love going to breweries and just like outdoor patios, grabbing drinks and food with friends, finding super good coffee. I'm sorry that this video is like super lax. I've never done this before either. So I guess mark that as another spontaneous thing that I do. But I wanted to at least give it a shot and see what would come of it. And also kind of just let you see who I am naturally without scripting or getting myself like prepared. I literally saw this TikTok like 10 minutes ago, so here I am. But Austin, it would be so great to meet you and at least, if anything else, just like have a conversation, get to know each other. But it would be an honor to meet you and to get to know you a bit better. Yeah, I don't talk about myself that much. I'm usually the one asking the questions. So if you have any questions at all, I'm completely an open book. But to at least give it a shot. If anything else, just like have a conversation. Yeah, I don't talk about myself that much. I'm usually the one asking the questions. So if you have any questions at all, I'm completely an open book. But I'd be interested in just getting to know you and getting to share more about myself one-on-one. So if you are interested.
All right, there we go. That's Victoria. Thoughts?
I don't know if it was you screen recording these Instagram videos, but when it kept cutting, I was like, it was just like and the dog, and then the dog again. I was like, Wyatt, how would you just screen record that? I'm blaming you, right? This is your fault, or is this how it was?
I don't think it's my fault.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks like no matter what, it looks like she's out of her comfort zone, and that is a huge plus.
Yep.
And like she put herself out there. I like that she was just like, yeah, this is my natural self. I just saw the TikTok and I just turned on the camera and I'm just talking, and it's very relaxed, but like that's how I am.
Yeah, I feel like we were just on FaceTime. We were on FaceTime with her for a little bit. That it felt very natural, which
and she's got 3 jobs.
Yeah.
Mental health therapist. She's a professor too.
Mm-hmm.
And she works at a bookstore. Because why not?
She can read, teach, and preach. It's unbelievable.
I don't know. Like you've done better ones than that. Like I'm not giving you props for that, to be honest. Because like preach, like what? She's not
mental health therapist.
A pastor. Yeah, it's not. What is she? She's not preaching.
When someone says something like insightful, like preach.
If I went to a therapist and they're just saying preach, I'm like, you're fired.
No, they say something good to you, and you're like, you're right, preach.
Then they just tell me what. All right, what I don't know. I'm
whatever. But yeah, no, hardworking gal with 3 jobs. I like Victoria. I like her.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
And put herself out there.
I don't want to say like it wasn't creative, but it was a different than a lot of the other videos. Yeah, and it was just natural, and I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was no rubric here, so there was no time frame either. You just talk for all you want. All right, next up, we have
my best friends still live in San Diego, so I'm traveling down there often. I will never be able to shut up about how much I love my family and my friends because I'm truly so grateful that I have so many amazing people in my life. I also love the Lord. I'm pretty sure that I went to the same church as Austin when I was still living in the area. The only reason I know that is because I still follow them on social media, and I noticed he was in one of their posts recently. I honestly have been so focused on my goals the past few years, so I have not been in the dating scene at all. So I would be lying if I said shooting my shot like this didn't terrify me. But I truly believe that everything happens on God's timing, and that I will somehow cross paths with the person that the Lord has in store for me when he says. It is super important for me that my future partner and I, whoever it may be, maybe it's Austin, and I have a shared faith in Jesus Christ. On top of being a law student, I am a legal intern, and I absolutely love it. I love what I'm learning, and I love what I'm doing, and it makes me so excited to one day be an attorney and to be able to directly impact people's lives for the better. Fun facts about me,
there's a part 2. I forgot. That's on me.
This is a cliffhanger.
That's on me.
This is we're getting to the juice. We're getting to the fun facts, and you're leaving me out to dry.
I know.
Country is definitely one of my favorites. I have yet to cross Stagecoach off my bucket list, unfortunately, but I'm hopeful. Love to be outside on my free time. I went to college in North Dakota and lived there for 5 years, so I jump at any opportunity that I can, and I'm able to be outside in nice weather, especially if it's playing any kind of sport like pickleball, spike ball, whatever. I'm not saying I'm the greatest, but I'm just saying it's fun and I like to do it. I grew up playing various types of sports, but I ultimately stuck with softball, and I was able to play in college, and that's why I went to school in North Dakota. But I love watching softball and I love watching baseball. I grew up going to San Francisco Giants games all the time, so they are my forever and always team. I have to admit though, the Padres grew on me when I was living there. Gone to a lot of the games. Also, my birthday is August 21st. I'm aware that Austin's is as well, so I'll be spending my birthday at Petco Park watching the Giants play the Padres. Austin, if you don't have any B-Day plans yet, you are more than welcome to join. I'm sorry for not making this video more extravagant. I'm in the middle of law school finals. Otherwise, I would have rented a blimp or Zach Top to sing me an intro song. But thank you for your time, and hopefully we get the chance to meet.
That's funny. She's got a credits. A little outro.
Michael,
that was good. That was good.
Michael, I'm conflicted here because I know this is about Austin.
Yeah. Where are you going with this? Do
I'm in love
you need
with
the pledge? Do you need the pledge that AI wrote for us?
Yeah. Can we say the pledge? Do the pledge. Give me the pledge.
Yeah. So I asked AI.
Send it to me so I can say the pledge.
To write a pledge. Let me send it to you. Boom, boom. Just send it to you. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay. 3, 2. Hand up.
Oh,
other hand.
How many hands do you think I have?
I, Wyatt,
your name,
solemnly swear that while I may flirt, banter, and vibe, I will not, under any circumstances, fall in love with any contestant on this show. I promise to keep my heart
in check.
My
This is your first time reading? Can we read faster? Oh my god!
I'm slowing down for you.
What, dude? You've been going slow. I'm like, all right.
Okay.
My feelings on airplane mode and my eyes on the game, not the glaze
of a dreamy smile. First
time
reading.
Dreamy smile. You said dreamy smile. I said glaze. That's fine.
Threw me off.
Okay. No slow-mo
walk. Do that line over. And my eyes on the game,
not
the gaze of a dreamy smile. No slow-mo walks, no background music
swoons, no accidental hand-holding moments that mean more than they should. I'm here for strategy, drama, chaos.
But love, that's not on the
itinerary.
So
help me, Austin Ott.
I broke the pledge. I fell in love. Her voice is soothing. I heard the TikTok sound where it's like blah 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 blah. I don't know what she said the whole video. Blah blah blah. That was me. I was up in the clouds.
How do we think ChatGPT did with that pledge? Do we think it was
pretty good pledge? It was a pretty good pledge.
I made him rewrite it a few times.
Yeah,
but I didn't like the other ones that they gave me, so I stuck with the original OG one.
Not a bad pledge, but how do we move forward from this? This is where we needed Tori.
I'm eliminating her from contention.
So you're putting it on me?
Yeah, you did it with me. Couple gals, a girl.
I'll go to war.
Gals.
I would go to war for her.
That's great, but that's conflict of interest, and I don't think we should have her in.
But is it a conflict of interest?
You fell in love with her too quick. If she went a few more rounds, and you fell in love with her then I'd been like, all right, well, she's already in.
Well, it's who's to say if it's love? Who's to say? Could be.
All right. Well, we've got more to do.
We got more to get through, but thank you for the submission. Appreciate it.
I mean, she touched on a lot. She gave us a lot of information to work with, which I did
also,
appreciate.
Yeah, I mean, let's take my feelings out of it. How sweet would it be if we set up that birthday date and that's the finale?
That would be pretty sick.
That'd be pretty sick.
I also pride myself very much on my faith and my family and my friends. Those 3 things mean the absolute world to me, and that is something that I want to carry on into my relationship. I also am very competitive. I love to be outside. I love country music. I love the simple things in life. I don't need much. Give me a sunrise, sunset, and the stars. Some good country music, good company. I think that is the most important thing to me. Something that I look for in a relationship is somebody that is faithful, family-oriented, outgoing, somebody that is not ashamed to be who they are, unapologetically who they are. No embarrassment, no nothing, likes to have a good time, has good conversation, somebody that is also emotionally and mentally mature. Obviously, the attraction physically is very important, and I think we can check that off of list here. The dating scene has been horrible lately, hence why I am a 24-year-old woman sitting in my room making videos to myself, trying to convince a man that I've never met to date me. So I hope it's going well. I only have 90 seconds to send this video. I would love to share more of my personality and let you in on my life a little bit. Another thing about me, I'm very sarcastic. So as much as I will compliment you, I will match that energy with some sarcasm. You got to get chirped in a relationship.
And for the record, she did send other videos, but I chose the 90-second version. So if we want to explore more, we can. How the hell are we going to choose, Michael?
I, Michael Bailey, solemnly swear.
You're breaking the pledge too.
Okay, yeah. So that was a lot of Ohio, 24 Cleveland, OSU,
High school
Caring,
teacher.
special needs teacher, nose ring, country.
Knew if the nose ring.
Fam. That's what I remember. I remember. Yeah. It's pretty. It's a nice, it's cool.
It's very pretty girl.
Country music. How are we picking two? This is impossible.
How are we gonna do this?
I'm gonna need to sleep on this. Like, honestly, I don't think I can choose right now. I at least need to get some food or something.
Yeah, we got to get through. Let's get through these.
I need to take a little break.
Yeah. And
all
then,
right.
Yeah.
How many more we got?
Next up, we're almost there. We're almost there. Just a hand.
Obviously, putting a star.
Yeah, very much a star.
My watch says I'm stressed right now.
We have 3.
Oh my god.
No, we have 2 more. All right, here we go.
Do 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 do. Copyright music is dumb.
Okay,
dude.
we're gonna have to click through this slowly because it's going by really fast. All
Nina.
right. Her name is Nina. She likes country music and boys who love their mama, which is fair. Mama Ott. There are a lot of the fish in the sea, but not yet one quite made for me.
Bars.
But it's plain to. Oh, this is a poem.
Oh, it's a poem.
We gotta restart now.
Okay.
All right.
My name is Nina. I like country music and boys who love their mama.
Oh.
Bars.
Restart it again.
Okay.
My name is
Nina.
I like country music and
boys that love their mama. Mama.
There are a lot of the fish in the
sea,
but not one quite made for yet one quite made for me. But it's plain to see. Otter pop seems fitting to me.
Sweat it out somewhere
new. What? All right. My aim in
AOL since I was the young age of 13.
Oh, she had.
Aloha Otter.
Why did she have that in her name?
What's her last name? Is her last name Otter too?
I don't know.
Otter O'Figs.
Daily otters of the day to me. Maybe her last name is Otter. Okay. Well, I think to make her happy, to find a good boy is key.
I think
that's the poem.
I think she just loves otters, like the animal.
Oh, she's a big fan of like the species.
And her mom sends her TikToks of otter. She's on the niche side of otter.
Oh, she's on the otter side of TikTok. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So what did we learn about Nina? She loves otters.
That's convenient. So maybe does she want to date Austin just for his last name? Does she just want that last name? And she's like, I need to marry him because I need the last name Otter since my Gmail's always been Otter.
Yeah, no, this has nothing to do with Austin. She just
maybe she thinks Austin. Maybe she's like, I love Otter so much, I want Ott as the last name. Period. And I'm gonna do anything.
Yeah, I'll do
my
whatever
power to do that. And she just has like a Facebook search of people with the last name Ott or Otter.
Here's a valid question. Does she think his last name is Otter Pop?
No,
because I did. No. I did for a little bit.
Okay, no, that's just a nickname, bro.
I mean, I know that now, but maybe she thinks that it's it's his last name for everything. It's like on his handles.
I'm giving your bonus points for the kind of like destiny thing of always been a fan of otters.
Mm-hmm.
Coincidence? I don't know. Coincidence? Who am I to say? Who am I to say? But we know she likes country music, and what else did we find out about her age? Did we get? Is this the same chick? No, this is the chick.
Nope.
I
don't think we got her name. Or sorry, I don't think we got her age.
Country music, Fish in the Sea, Made for Me, Otter Pop, Pudding, Mama, Class Pass,
Yeah.
Otter. Okay.
Did not get an age there, but all right. Nina loves otters. That's an angle. That's an angle to take.
Yeah.
All right. Very last one. Not a video. She did have a video, but she also had a photo thing on TikTok that she submitted. So here is Bree. There was music in the background we obviously can't play. She put, she's 25, good morals, loves God, is very active, outgoing.
Boom, 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 boom.
Checks
boom, boom.
all the things. Now, did she go down the list of things that Mama Ott put in her criteria? Kind of.
Play the hits.
Play the hits. Play the hits. So,
But so she didn't do a video? It was just picture?
She did, but it was a duet of one of Austin's videos. And basically it was like Austin on the camera, cut to her, and she was like, wait, me? So it wasn't like a speaking video.
Okay. It was like a trend thing.
Yeah, it was like that. So
Okay.
I like 2 different posts, which I can appreciate. Got good traction, obviously. You can see the numbers.
Yep.
Beautiful, beautiful girl.
Yep. Good morals, loves God, very active, outgoing, 25. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to dock her creativity for not doing a video. We've had so many great videos this past hour and a half, and she didn't do a. I mean, I guess the duet, but like, at some point, we're gonna have to decide between people. And
I mean, there's gonna be some
between a photo and a video. Then it's like that's an easy decision to make. But I'm not saying I'm eliminating her right now. But
well,
I'm not putting a star by her name.
Speaking of decisions, Michael, it's time to make some decisions.
Yeah, it is time. Can we actually get a 5-minute break?
We can do a 5-minute break. Time back in. Resume play. We have narrowed it down a little bit. We still have some tough conversations to have. So we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that we've narrowed it down to.
9. I thought it was 11.
I have 9. I have Joy, Jessica,
Kasha,
Corey,
Chloe,
Haley, the songwriter.
Yep.
Allison, grammar girl.
Allison.
Victoria.
Wait, what about Heyman or Haley? Heyman?
That was the friend, right? We had eliminated her.
Why do they all start with H? Haley. That
was Haley.
All right. Haley, Victoria, Allison, Taylor.
Victoria, Alina, Taylor.
Alina. See, I wrote IALI and then it went too quick. I had to start taking notes.
Okay. How do we want to do this? Name our 2 front runners, and then see how about this? Let's name our top 2, and then if there's an overlap, if we name the same person, that person's in, and then we discuss the last one.
Let's name our top 3, and if there's any overlap.
Okay.
And then if there's 2 overlaps, then we just send those 2 in right away, and then we just
agreed, and then that's it.
And that's it.
Conversation.
All right.
Do we want to say them in alphabetical order, or just one at a time and see if there's an overlap?
One at a time.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. We say one.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Corey.
Whoa.
Boom.
Whoa. Welcome to the cast, Corey.
I had a feeling that was the first one you said too. Wow. That's why I was like, I'm gonna say that one first.
That was easy. All right, now we're gonna have some conversations here.
Yep.
You ready to say the next one?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Victoria. Okay. Should we say the third?
You say the third and see if it overlaps.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Haley.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we're screwed. We're screwed. We're screwed. It's over. We
gotta pick one. We gotta pick one of these.
Haley was the song.
Haley, yeah, and then Alina. You didn't put Taylor on your list?
Wait. Taylor?
It's the one you fell in love with. You broke the pledge for.
I know. I'm staying true to the pledge. And I'm not, that's conflict of interest. This is for Austin. All right.
If we're going to ask these women to be authentic and vulnerable, we can be authentic and vulnerable too. And if we fall in love. And this is
True.
for Austin. And I think Austin and I
so
are aligned in a lot. And if I fall in love with someone, maybe Austin will too.
so we're between Alina, Victoria, Chloe,
And
and
Haley.
Taylor, and Haley.
You're adding Taylor to the list?
No, and Haley, just 4. We're not now 5.
Taylor was a very close 4th for me.
I say we do NBA lottery with the 4, or we settle it down to 2 and flip a coin.
Well, okay, let's go through the arguments here. Let's go through the 4 so to remind people. So I have Haley, the songwriter. She wrote a freaking song.
That was
for us.
sick. That was cool.
It
That
was
was cool.
sick.
That was really cool.
You could ask the question, right reasons. Is she on our show to promote her music?
True. True.
That's a con, but
I think they would be good together too.
Yeah.
She was 25, Nashville, country music. She talked about her faith, right?
Yep.
So that's good.
I mean, and then take my feelings out of it. There's a lot of green flags there for Alina.
Yeah.
She's in the area. They have the same birthday. That's got to mean something.
Yeah.
They align on a lot.
Sign.
Personality-wise, seems to line up a little bit.
Yep.
And then run us through your 2.
Yep. Victoria. That was the Instagram story. Really long, very natural, just like kind of just like out of her comfort zone, which that's what I really liked about it. The fit for Austin, I don't know if I got too much of it, but like I like that she was like, maybe, I'd love to meet him, like maybe there's a spark, maybe there's not, she was like very, very calm about it, which I think that's got to mean something. Got to mean something.
It means something. It means she's in this conversation, but
I know. There's there's a lot. I know.
Like you got a little bit. You got to want it. You got to want it.
I'm just saying my point. And then the other one I had was Chloe.
Remind me of Chloe's.
Chloe, her family did it. It's like I'm passing the phone to somebody, and the thing it was Chloe every time. That was the whole bit. Wished Mama Ott had Mother's Day. That's brownie points, but is that like pandering?
A little bit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Tucker Wetmore, so she was a country music fan. Yeah, I like the family vouching for it. That was good.
Do you have who's your top out of those 2? Because then I think we can just maybe we eliminate one and we go down to final 2 and argue those 2.
You know what? I'm willing to go with one of your 2 and flip a coin.
Really?
Haley or Lena?
Coin flip? We're going to leave it up to chance?
I say we leave it up to chance. We just watched the NBA lottery. The Mavs just won the lottery.
Okay, let me see if I can find a coin. Oh, I have a massive coin, actually. Okay. So you're sure you're okay going with Haley or
Yeah, no, let's let chance. They're both like all of them were so good, but those 2 both I think are 1 great fits for Austin and 2 had great videos. So like there were different types of videos obviously, but like let's leave it,
We'll do alphabetical order, so heads can be Alina, the helmet.
Is that a Titans helmet?
Whoa. Where's Haley from?
Nashville.
Tennessee Titans.
Okay, so Haley Titans.
So we'll say Haley Titans. State Farm or Farm Bureau Insurance is Alina.
Why do you have this coin?
I got it at the Titans game. I went to a Titans game and handed them out. All right, so Haley, Alina. Haley.
There we go.
Alina. We're ready. Drum roll, please. Moving on to the next round, and the final member of our cast is Alina. Alina's moving on. Wow, what a moment. Welcome to the cast. We've added Corey and Alina. We have our 30, Michael. This has been tough work. And so I want to pat ourselves on the back. This hurts.
I'm not patting ourselves on the back because this is just going to get so much harder.
It's going to get so hard.
This already was impossible and took us an hour and 40 minutes. This is going to be so hard.
Gosh. Please, if you watch this far, like the video, comment, repost. There's a lot of time and effort going into this thing. So we appreciate you watching. And if you were on this list
I
and didn't
think-
make the cut, we love you.
We've already put in more effort than all of ABC casting the past 3 years.
Gosh, if any of these
Some
girls-
might say,
if any of these girls have a restraining order, I'm gonna be so mad.
I'm blaming Jeremy.
It's 100% Jeremy's fault. Yeah. Reminder, if you got sent home today, it's Jeremy's fault. Please message him and let him know how mad you are. With that being said, later this week, we will have an episode out where we are going to meet the entire cast, all 30 of them, and then we'll have votes throughout the week where more ladies will unfortunately be eliminated, but we got to get the final person for Austin. Thank you all for watching. It's been an honor. We'll see you in a couple days. Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for watching this episode of BachMakers. If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider joining our Patreon page linked in the description below. It's $5, cup of coffee, and it helps support us a ton. Thank you, and maybe we'll see you next week.
Yeah, and from next week on the BachMakers, we shave Wyatt's head off.
Maybe. Only one way to find out.
By tuning in.
That was implied.
Back to you in the studio.
And cut.
Thanks, Julianne.